In this episode, we take a slow boat to Sicily.
That is literally one of the most scary experiences I've had.
I don't often say this, Rob, but you impressed me.
That was scary.
He impressed me because he didn't go to pieces, because I would have done.
And finally, we have our first proper Italian pizza and are shocked by the price.
The ferry company we booked was through GNV, and we were inspired to do this by watching Leave Everything and Wander, who'd booked the same ferry, and we'll put the link to them in the description. It only cost us, for taking our motorhome and the cabin with a sea view, €262.50 one way. We were really pleased that Luca and Sarah had inspired us to do this long ferry journey, and we'd do this trip again. We'd love to know what ferry trips you've done that you would do again or would recommend, because we're always looking for ideas and inspiration for our next trip. Where are we, Rob?
We're at the port.
We're at Genova.
We're at
Genoa or Gen, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you come from. Anyway, we're at the port.
And we're going to Sicily.
So 20 and a half hours on a boat, hopefully, if all goes to plan. And tomorrow evening we should be in Palermo.
So this takes 21 hours or thereabouts, and we've got a cabin for the night. Should be very interesting.
With a sea view, I'll have you know.
And Peg, I should give Peg the credit, has made a lot of butties for the journey.
You can order with your ticket a meal ticket, so you can either get €50, €30 or €100 worth, and you get it discounted. Could we do it? Could we?
So we're not going to eat on board, we're going to just have our own stuff. So we've come pre-prepared with butties and crisps, chocolates and cakes, Peg.
I'm sure that there will be opportunities for us to buy food on board, but I always like to know I've got food close at hand. Now, one thing I would say is Rob's done all the driving, as he does when we're on the European tours, and how was it coming in?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad in all fairness. I mean, it was a little bit hairy, but no major incidents to report, so all went very smoothly.
We're still waiting for our first beep, aren't we?
Yeah, nobody's beeped us. I don't know what's going on. We've been in Italy 2 whole days now.
Nobody's beeped us
No
yet.
beeps.
I'm sure it won't last. I'm sure when we get over to Sicily, it'll happen.
To get through here, we get through 2 security gates, didn't we, Peg?
Yeah, we went through 2 security gates, and we also had to show our ticket to a man who was quite assertive, wasn't he?
He was funny, yeah. So he then gave us our proper ticket after we showed him the internet ticket. Here we are now, waiting on the dockside, waiting to board. So we've got onto the boat, it's all a bit mad. We've got no idea where to go now.
We're just sort of stuck down here, there's no gangway through. You've just got to wait for all the cars to get in, because they're all coming down a ramp.
It's really a bit crazy, I mean...
Just not very health and safety-ish.
It's a bit weird, to be honest. We're either at the very front of the boat or the very back of the boat, but we're not sure which.
They gave us the wrong key to start off with, and we knew that we'd asked for a sea view, and they gave us one of the indoor cabins, so we had to go back. It's a bit of a bun fight there. There's lots of people queuing.
Yeah, it's a bit...
Be prepared to wait.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, but on the other hand, we got through it.
And they're very friendly.
Very friendly, and we've got a nice view from our front or rear end of the boat. Good morning, good morning.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. It's about 7:30 AM and we've woken up to this spectacular sunrise.
Absolutely gorgeous. I slept relatively well. You didn't sleep too well last night.
It was okay. It's very smooth. I mean, I wouldn't know I was on a boat at all.
No.
Incredible. Bed I didn't find comfortable. Pillows are as thin as you can imagine. But, yeah, it's okay, I suppose. But, yeah, this morning, incredible sunrise.
It's a good to be alive day.
It's great. I mean, we could see this from our cabin window. Seem to be right at the front of the boat.
But the window is pretty mucky.
Yeah, it's a shame somebody couldn't go around and clean it. So we've come out here, darted around the boat, trying to figure out how to get outside. Very few people actually up inside the boat, it appears.
A couple of things to say about the boat as well. We arrived on the boat late last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
But it takes ages to load and unload this boat.
Yeah.
And it was a bit weird the way you had to go down there.
I know, we went down this weird ramp.
Right down a ramp to another floor, and then they expected you to reverse in. And this fellow was obviously gesticulating quite wildly.
It took a long time. Each individual motorhome, it took quite a long time to load in, one at a time.
You understand why they want you here 3 hours before, because they just take ages getting everybody loaded on. The system it's not like drive in and drive off. No, it's a bit strange. You had to drive in forwards, then reverse all the way down the back end of the boat. It was a bit of a challenge in all honesty, and of course they want you very close to the vehicle, so you have to be very careful. Put our mirrors in so we couldn't actually see where we were reversing. That didn't help. We got there one way or another. The other thing that when you get here as well, Rob had read that you go for your number. They give you a ticket with the number of your room if you book a cabin, and you were right on that. I said, let's go to information first. Information didn't want to know, sent us up to the room. There was a big queue. They gave us the wrong ticket. The way they number the cabins is a bit challenging as well. It doesn't flow the way you think it might, is all I can say. They're not necessarily in numerical order. When you're going down the corridors, look at the cabins, you think, oh, ours is next. No, it isn't. Yeah. It's not numerical. I don't know why that is. So after the game of trying to park, you've then got the game of trying to find which cabin's yours. Then the first one they gave us was the wrong cabin because we'd ordered one with the sea view and we didn't have it. So we had to go back again, by which time there was a huge queue, but you managed to navigate your way through. I know, yeah. Minor challenges. It's fantastic, really. Very smooth. Yeah. So Peg's top tips: get here prepared for a few challenges. First of all, trying to park your vehicle on board, which you did admirably, sir, and you kept your patience over it. And then have your wits about you to try and find what number cabin's yours. It could be a good game for the family. I've just had my first conversation in Italian, which I'm quite excited about. Bear in mind, I didn't know a word until yesterday, and we watched a video for about 30 minutes on YouTube. Anyway, so I've just been downstairs, and I asked for 2 coffees, and unbelievably, we got 2 coffees. I don't think what I said now. Scusi. I didn't say scusi, to be honest. Buongiorno, hello, good morning. Due cappuccino, s'il vous plaît. No, I didn't say that. Due cappuccino, per favor. And there were €2.50 each, which was quite reasonable. Peg's holding the evidence. And then when he delivered the coffees, grazie, thank you, or thanks, it just went flawless. I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, I was delighted with that. Well, the exciting news is we can now see Sicily. So what you enjoyed about the room, Rob? The shower was exceptionally good and surprisingly very good, I have to say. The water was hot and plentiful, and it was very powerful. And it didn't end up all in the cabin either. And yeah, it was self-contained. No, that was very good. Yeah. There was no hand soap in the toilet, bit of a shame. We brought some, but we got our own, so we had shower gel, so we just used that. The things I didn't like about it, probably it could have been a little bit cleaner. Yeah, bed was a bit hard for me, and the pillows were very thin. Yeah, there was one little thin pillow. But these are minor things. The other thing is, the actual window that we were looking out of is covered in paint, and also it's quite dirty, so it wasn't exactly, you know, the most romantic view of the sea that you'd ever have. The other thing to say about the room as well is, you've got a little tiny announcement speaker above your head. Somebody speaks in Italian first of all, very quietly, and then they speak very quietly and very quickly in English, so you've got to really strain to hear. And also they say it once. So, yeah, if you're not on the ball, you're going to miss it. Yeah.
Possono adesso sbarcare i mezzi. Your attention please, only passengers with the vehicle at the garage C like Charlie and D like Delta.
So we've just been told that we're going to get in at 6 rather than 7:30.
It's great.
Hour and a half ahead of schedule. We've got to vacate the room an hour and a half before arrival, so they can start cleaning it. for the next passengers. Yeah, I mean, I think that's all pretty reasonable, Peg.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, I've been very happy with this ferry.
Yeah, so yeah, there's minor irritations, always isn't there? But actually, it's very good. I wouldn't hesitate to use it. So as you can see, there's plenty of storage space with this wardrobe, and there's even a mirror and drawers. And if you meet someone in the bar that doesn't go to bed for the night, then there's always this.
Drive on the right.
Well, it's dark.
Drive when you're directed.
It's directed.
Don't hit a lorry. Oh, mind him. Tell me over there.
That is literally one of the most scary experiences I've had in driving in over many years, shall we say, many years. It's unbelievable. Our first experience of driving in Sicily off the boat at night in peak hour.
At Palermo?
In Palermo, we had basically cars passing both sides, motorbikes passing both sides. It doesn't matter if you're turning left.
If you've indicated.
Even if you're indicating.
They'll come round you.
They still pass you, even if you're indicating left to go.
We have been warned about expect the unexpected, but it's just...
So you need 360-degree vision. You just do not know where someone's going to come from next. Even pedestrians, they're just crossing the road, and it's just incredible, taking their life in their hands. So as a driver, you've got to be so aware either side. If you think you're in just 2 lanes, you're not, because if there's enough room, somebody will squeeze in between you and make it 3 lanes. And at times I didn't even know where the lanes were. There was just people everywhere, cars everywhere, motorbikes everywhere, pedestrians taking their life in their hands.
I don't often say this, Rob, but you impressed me.
That was scary.
He impressed me because he didn't go to pieces, because I would have done.
It was incredible. I mean, literally, it took us, what, 15, 20 minutes off the boat to get here?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just glad.
About 10 years on your life.
Yeah. I didn't have grey hair, you know, this morning. Not as incredible. Anyway, luckily we get to this air, which we were aware of in Palermo, and there was plenty of space for us. So I think we're going to spend a few nights here just to get
decompress,
just to get over the experience. Maybe we'll have our first pizza, Peg, tonight.
I'm hoping so.
So we have had a place recommended to us. So we're going to check that out now, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, been recommended a pizza place by where we're staying tonight. So let's hope we can get in. First taste of pizza. Can we cross the road alive? Peg's managed it.
Time for Guess the Price. So what would you pay for 2 gorgeous wood-fired pizzas and a bottle of red?
Absolute bargain.
Thanks for watching. If you want to know when our next videos are on, hit the notifications bell. And if you really like us, please subscribe.